Okay, good afternoon everyone. Thanks for joining today's press conference. We will be doing our usual broadcast section, followed by the daily newspapers after. And just a word warning that we are also, tomorrow night after the Tottenham game, going to preview the Sheffield United game Sunday. So that's tomorrow night. We will preview the Sheffield United game Sunday, and there will be no press conference on Friday. We're going to start today's with Carve at Sky Sports News. Carve, over to you.
Thomas, first of all, tomorrow obviously is Spurs versus Chelsea, but it's also Thomas Tuchel versus Jose Mourinho. How much of a role model was Jose Mourinho for your generation of coaches? And do you think the game tomorrow will be a clash of football philosophies?
I'm not so sure. First of all, I strongly believe that Chelsea, it's Tottenham against Chelsea and not me against Jose. I'm very happy to compete with a strong team against his side. I'm very happy to arrive with a squad with our quality, with our mentality, and with the atmosphere that we are in right now. This is the most important. Was he a role model? Honestly, when I started my career, he was so far away, like the moon from the earth. Could not be a role model at all. When I was happy in the academy. When I was at the academy, I was promoted to first league football, and from there on, I just enjoyed every day, and I was focused every day. So is it? We don't have to leave any doubts. He's one of the best managers in the world. He created a squad in Tottenham that is, like always, very, very competitive, very, very strong, and like I said, very competitive. And that would be the challenge. Is it a clash of cultures? I don't know. I think that Jose is a winner, and I want to implement the same in my teams. We are on the highest level to win games, and we will try everything tomorrow to beat them in their stadium.
You obviously knew a lot about Spurs when you were growing up. It's the club that has developed a lot in the last few years, with the new stadium and getting to the Champions League final as well. What do you think about the development of Spurs? Do you think now they're one of the biggest clubs in Europe? And how much was that down to Mauricio Pochettino?
Yeah, for sure. He had a big impact in the development of that squad. It was a great experience for me personally, for me to play with Dortmund at White Hart Lane and to have the chance to play them in the European competition with Dortmund against Spurs. We managed to win both games, which was a big achievement and a pure joy to be there, because of course was with spectators, and was an amazing atmosphere and a big challenge, and was for us a big win. Of course, over the years, Mauricio Pochettino implemented a certain style, and they had big runs also in Champions League and went far. And with like from my point of view, from outside, with a new stadium, they entered a new level of clubs, and they are in one of the biggest clubs and in England and in Europe for sure. And this means this is a big challenge. But don't get confused. When I was as a boy, once or twice Tottenham in the garden was more like to show off a little bit and in front of my friends, because actually I didn't know that Tottenham Hotspur is a club in London, so it was just a fancy name, and it was a team that we could see on TV for some minutes. And later, of course, with Jürgen Klinsmann playing there and some German players, there was more the focus. So this was it. There is no doubt that I arrive tomorrow in blue, and proud to coach in blue, and proud to coach my team, and we will do everything to win the game.
And also, obviously, you've worked with some great players in your career, some great forwards.
Yeah.
I just wanted your thoughts on Harry Kane. Do you think he's the best number 9 in the world? And how much easier will your job be tomorrow if it looks likely he's not going to be playing?
Well, I would say it's always easier if Harry Kane is not playing. This is a given. This is for sure, and this is absolutely no secret. Harry Kane is one of the best number 9s in the world, and like you said, when he's in shape, maybe the role model on the number 9 that every coach and every team wishes for in terms of work rate, in terms of ambition, in terms of mentality, attitude. And for sure, goal scoring is simply outstanding. In the moment we assume that he will not play, but we will prepare us for all cases. So maybe when he's on the pitch, we will also be prepared for that.
Last one.
Just a final question from me. Is about Dele Alli. Obviously, he was a player who was linked.
Are you in the right press conference? Yeah. You sure?
No, I mean, just quickly. Obviously, he was a player who was close to moving to PSG when you were a PSG manager.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at the way he's not playing at the moment?
I will not answer to that. I was happy to answer for Harry Kane because it's an honor for me to speak out that he's one of the best players. But anything else to every other player, I hopefully you understand that I want to show the respect that I don't talk about any other players from other coaches. We stick to our team. Thanks.
Lindsay Hooper, Premier League.
Hi, Thomas.
Yeah.
Speaking of strikers, one of your own, Timo Werner, can I ask you how you deal with a player that's low in confidence, off form, and especially when it's a striker?
Well, first of all, with every player, and of course with all strikers, and of course with Timo, we try to create a bond and we try to create a relationship. Every person, every guy is different. Every guy needs something else. Some need you to be close. Some need to be more alone. Some need to be pushed hard. Some need to be need a hug, whatever. And so we find out what suits him to feel comfortable, to open up, and then to feel comfortable again on the pitch is our responsibility to also create moments and situations where he can bring out his best. That means to attack the space behind the back of the last line of defense of the opponents, to use his speed, and for that we try to create moments and situations with the whole team and of course with the offensive guys to use his strengths, and this is what we do with what we try hard to do with every player. And from there on, in the end, the last 10, the last 15, maybe the last 20%, they only come back if he scores. This is for sure. This is, in my opinion, with every striker in the world like this. You can talk, you can train, they can score in training. You can do whatever. If nothing helps as much if they find the net in important games. He has good memories to the stadium of the Spurs. He scored a decisive goal against them for Leipzig, and sometimes things like these help also to find back in his best shape. But he's on a very good way because he's open and he accepts that the situation is like this. He's not looking for excuses. And he's working hard, concentrated, and all that together with a smile. And this is the best to keep on going.
Moose, Talk Sport Radio.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Double sort of barrel question to start with. Are you surprised at how good the Chelsea squad is? He came in and Mason Mount. I mean, for years. Last couple of years we've been saying this guy is going to be the backbone of an England team going forward. From what you've seen of Mason Mount and man of the match on Sunday, would you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with the potential that I see and that you mentioned with Mason. What I saw from outside and what is proven now from the inside, that the guy is 100% all the time, even more, that he cares a lot about Chelsea, that he cares about his teammates, and that he is leaving his heart out there on the pitch. So if you train with Mason, if you play with Mason, it's one thing you can be sure of, absolutely, is that he gives his 100% on this day, in this minute. And this is the best level to grow, and this is the best situation from where to start and from where to become a top player. He has everything what is needed to reach higher and higher levels. I don't know where his limits are, but right now we will push him and support him. And like I said, the most important is that it comes from inside of him. And what makes me very happy is that he's a nice guy. He's a totally open guy, and a very positive aura, a very positive energy in the dressing room and outside on the pitch, and it's a real pleasure, like, to work with the whole team and to work also with Mason. And maybe this answers your first question. I'm not surprised, but I'm absolutely delighted to see how we train, how we behave, and what quality is in the squad on all positions. How flexible we can play every position. We have 2 or 3 guys who can play the position on a very high level, and I'm very, very absolutely pleased with the behavior and the atmosphere. This is right now the atmosphere that we have to be focused on, and we have to keep on going, because this is exactly how it should be to grow also as a team. It's good.
One more, please, Moose.
Yeah, well, my follow-up, or my last one was going to be last week. I did some research and I found out you liked Spurs when you were a kid back in Germany. We talked about that. I've done some more research and I found out that, unlike some managers who maybe like to get a beer after a game when they win, you like to go out for a big celebratory meal. But you're a vegan as well, so what was your favourite celebratory meal after a game?
I would say, if you ask me right this, I love the pizza and I love the spaghetti bolognese. So I forget that I'm a vegetarian. I try to be vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I try hard to be vegetarian, and some days it's easier and some days it does not work. Like if I have a good pasta with bolognese, I forget that I try to be vegetarian. So you can have fun with me, no doubt about it. I would prefer maybe a gin tonic if we win against Tottenham instead of a beer. I'm not the beer guy, I'm not the wine guy. And my consume of alcohol goes very, very close to zero. But still, don't confuse it. We can celebrate and we can have a good time. It's no problem.
Brilliant.
Alistair McGowan, BBC.
Hi, Thomas.
Yeah,
I just wondered whether you could talk a little bit about how important it is to preserve a club identity when players that come through the academy in the school, and also, does that ever influence your team?
My team selection? Well, as we know, we are all we're all influenced all the time by many things, and it's a hard thing to I don't know if I can say no, that does not influence me, or it does. Maybe it does, but I always try to be as objective as possible. In my point of view, I'm doubting my decisions all the time. I'm doubting and I'm asking myself and my decisions all the time if they are reasonable, if they are consequent, if they are understandable also for the players, in terms that we have a reliable relationship with everybody. I didn't understand your question very, very well, but I thought it's about the identity and the academy, and if this is important. For me, it's a crucial point, and for me, I'm absolutely pleased about the quality of the academy. I had a look here from the balcony already to an in-house match, I could not go over because we have different zones, of course, that we have to respect. But I saw from the balcony, and I watched the in-house match of the 18-year-olds, which was on a high level. And the guys we have here, they are like, it's a pleasure to work with them, because they have first of all, they have the quality, but they have also the physical, the physical ability to play Premier League. I know how hard it is, like, to play for Chelsea and compete for titles, but this is the challenge, and I'm very, very pleased that all the Chelsea boys who are in the squad right now, they're absolutely aware of, and that they take this challenge that is so hard, because it does something to you, it does something to your character, and it does something to your approach to games and trainings. And for me, is crucial, and it's very, very important that we have this, and that we rely on them and we trust them, and we don't confuse that they are young and unexperienced maybe with that we need other players, or that they lack of quality, because it's absolutely not like that, and they will be given any chance to make their steps and leave their footprints here. But in the end, we also have to accept that it's about quality, and it's about delivering in the moment when you need to deliver. And there are no gifts for nobody.
And can I ask one more question? Right, I'm thinking this is the first time that you've faced Jose Mourinho, and do you think that maybe some criticism of his style, maybe being a bit passive, is unfair?
I think it's very clear what he stands for. He builds competitive teams. He builds strong teams. He has now built a Tottenham squad with characters like Sissoko, Højbjerg, and that support the defense. They are like super competitive, defensive, disciplined, hard-working guys. They have up front normally with Harry Kane, Son, Bergwijn, Lamela, Bale. They have outstanding quality and speed. I have the biggest respect for him, because he's building teams on the highest level to compete and to win game after game after game. And this is what he's doing at Tottenham, and we're doing it in our style and in our beliefs, and everything is allowed. And there are many ways to succeed. And I think he was very successful to believe in himself, and until today he has an outstanding career as a world-class coach. And we are here to beat him tomorrow with his squad, because this is the challenge we are up for, and we are very excited to have matches like this within the league.
Okay, last question in this section, Nick Pure.
Hi Thomas, can I just ask for an injury update, if you've got any injuries, or how your squad's looking for this match? Just Reece James, suffered some horrendous abuse on social media, which is terrible. Should never happen. I just wonder, have you spoken to him about that? What will you? I know the club have obviously do a great deal of things fighting discrimination and racism. So I just wondered if you'd speak to Reece about that, and speak to the squad about how you'll support him and the other players against things like that, which obviously just shouldn't happen.
No, but the team spoke about it, and the club spoke with the team about it, but not me in particular. We had a lot to speak about in terms of tactics and analyzing our games, so that was enough talking. I would say I have a close relationship with Reece, and there was nothing to worry about, because he was aware, he got a lot of support, and he has for sure all my support. We didn't speak in particular now about this case, but you can be totally assured that I'm 1000% on his side and at his side, but I had the feeling that it was a good distraction also for him to be out on the pitch and to talk about football, and to see the support of the club and his teammates. There was, and of course of his coach. There's simply no doubt about it. And the injury situation, we have two little issues today on the training pitch. We had, it was Kurt Zouma and Kai Havertz went off the pitch with little issues. So they are checking now. They are doing images right now, and it's questionable if they are in the squad for tomorrow. Everybody else is available.
Okay, that's the end of the broadcast section. We're now going to do the news.